Hi Aquarius, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, to be yourself, because we all start from zero, which is a blank canvas. Just look at everything around you as art, trying to introduce something new here, something fresh. Also, beware of scammers or people that trying to copy my content, because I have that problem, but it's not really anything you can do besides show up. Anyways, if you'd like a personal reading, all that is down below. And lastly, there's no rules here, so if this finds you, it's definitely meant for you. You can binge watch them, share them. They're all timeless. What's special about my messages or my art is it's like one big optical illusion. There's the subliminals, there's the actual message, and sometimes it's not like a structured message, but it always comes together like one big metaphor. You're a part of it too. There's a reason I describe it, because it's like, what do you see in my art? What do you see in my language? What I started drawing for you was immediately what I thought was a sperm, as weird as that sounds, but it kind of also is depicting a wobbly finger, kind of like an alien. You know, there's like that bulb on the end of the alien's finger. That's what it reminds me of as well. But get this. At first it looks like it's moving into nothing, but then around it looked like an opening to a yoni. But as I kept drawing, it started to look like the center part of a rose. I just kept channeling more layers and more layers until I got a full flower or a full rose. I just heard every rose has its thorn as well, which kind of depicts my drawing too, revolving strangely around intercourse, but it's one big metaphor. You can talk about sex in metaphors. You can take nudes but make it look classy. You can speak about sex and still be poetic about it. So I think that's a lesson or a bigger picture of my art that you'll be learning too. I also heard breaking through your walls. I feel like every rose has its thorn too, also alludes to something that gives you pleasure, but will also sting or hurt, like a rose, or maybe like intercourse. Who knows what that means? For some reason, I'm seeing this analogy too in regards to courting. Like, if it was difficult and competitive against thousands of sperm cells to create you or create me, the same applies to trying to be intimate with someone, aka breaking through their walls, their rose. There's many layers to a rose, each one you need to rip off one at a time. So it's like this is a process. I'm getting conception starts here, conception starts at the core, and then the flower blooms or you bloom. I'm hearing something as well about sacred children being conceived. Feels special. You know how they say too how or joke about sperm? Like, imagine winning the race against thousands of them, and here you are. Here you exist. Here you were created or conceived. You know what I mean? It's like you were the one that was selected. You were the one that bloomed from a seed. What are the odds of that? If you've ever seen an educational video surrounding how babies are made, it makes sense. Similar to how they struggle to move into the rose in my drawing, that's how the process is with sperm. It's like thousands of them and only one gets in. It's such a weird concept to say during a reading, but that's how I'm seeing this energy right now. You see it in videos, you see it, and that's just the way it is, especially with what I drew. I'm also getting there's something about getting closer, but then when you think you're close enough, there's one more layer. Perhaps that's what someone's doing, or many are doing, trying to get to you or get into your good graces, which is special. Exactly with how you even get here, or how you are created. Exactly with how you were selected. So you're going to select them as if this is a special thing, or they will select you. It's kind of like, which one is it? I'm seeing someone receiving flowers as well. Flowers are a part of courting, so the art/bigger picture, as I always say, is already making sense. Flowers can symbolize, along with the yoni or purity, just flowers, something you give to someone when you like them, or yada yada yada. So it's a really weird concept they gave me through my art, or like one big metaphor about sperm cells, but I think it's gonna go somewhere. Saying something about sex in a metaphorical way, because technically I just described all that without it sounding like upfront, so that's interesting. Even saying you have to keep that in mind, like if it was hard for you to get here, if it was a battle against several, that's the way it's gonna be to get into your good graces. Let's see. The Lover's card peeked out, but it didn't fly out, so I'm not taking it. King of Pentacles. Right off the bat, this looks like the aftermath of a war to me. I don't know why. Just like there's all this destruction, all this like hard work, all this like I need to get there first. King of Pentacles is not afraid to go head to head, to invest. So it's like if someone invests in you for a long time, you know, like, hey, maybe they're going to stick around. They're in it for the long haul. Because like once that sperm cell gets in, it is the long haul. That's why you're here. So I'm seeing this represents, this is weird, it comes full circle. I'm seeing this represents this person's life and also yours, but also the courting process. So it's like just like life comes full circle, so is this. I'm also really drawn to how there's no flowers on this card, just grapes. I also just heard out of nowhere, may the best man win. That's what this King of Pentacles represents right now. The best man will win in the end, or may the best sperm, the strongest one, get through to create a flower. But you need that initial seed. Like nothing can bloom, nothing can grow without something being there. So I'm saying you have to look out for that. Look out for that potential, because I feel like someone's going to have it. There's also the Four of Wands there. It's like you can't build a home without a map or a plan. It's the same way. The Devil. I'm getting something about sexual energy, something that pulls you in. But the Queen of Cups doesn't look like she would emulate that kind of thing. Once again, the flower I drew was sacred, and it sort of weeds out or makes it hard for bad energies to get in. But I also see this too as just representing many people that want that, many people that have to go head to head. Seeing something here as well about like weeding out the ones that are only there for one thing and not the long haul. It's like something's going to be very evident. It's kind of seeing too as the Queen of Cups as someone that can be easily spooked. Like King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, but like she needs something that sounds indirect. Remember I talked about something about intimacy being metaphorical or described in a sacred way. That's what's being done. This almost reminds me of how it's an immediate turnoff when something starts out immediately like this, and it's like, okay, never mind, I'm looking the other way. Yeah, like something that feels off. You don't necessarily want to open up to it. Eight of Cups. Courting, trying to get in. I'm seeing this. Seven of Cups is seeds. I mentioned it was like pulling off each layer to the rose to get to the core. It's like once you think you know somebody or once you think you have them, there's another one. And if someone gets tired of it, someone doesn't want to waste their time, then they'll drop off like flies. So it's like, here's the seeds. There's several of them, but only this one gets to go further, which is this King of Pentacles. I did mention something in the beginning about sacred children or a child being conceived. That could be this as well. Not a special child, special seed. If you've seen this, symbolizes or alludes to always wanting to reproduce with the right mate. It really pains me to see so many girls like with this baby daddy culture, or the ones that reproduce with people that they know have nothing to offer. And it's like, why would you want your child to have their characteristics? Does that make sense? Maybe they want your characteristics. It's like, do you want theirs? Something to think about when you're considering having a child or wanting to reproduce. It's like, may the best seed win is right. We've been seeing sperm alludes to like some sperms, if you think about it, don't make it because maybe they're not strong enough, or maybe that would cause health problems later on for the child. There's a reason they were held back. It's kind of weird to describe it, but not all of it is healthy. We have another knight. It's really weird. Remember I put emphasis on this being King of Pentacles and then her being Queen of Cups? Here we have the same thing here again. But one's willing to take their time. And then one wants to fill the other up with dreams or illusions. Oh my god. 10 of Swords. It's like the weakest will be held back. May the best sperm win, or may the best man win. And it's right in the corner of justice. Kind of seeing that as playing a game or winning fair and square. Almost feels like a life contract, or a contract in general. This reminds me too of someone like signing a birth certificate, or, oh my, is this like a paternity? I'm gonna get a Bob Ross card to end this reading. Low-key seeing that as a paternity test, or like the difference between two different people. That could be the bigger picture here as well. A lot of people do deal with crazy stuff like that, like who's the dad, who's the this, I wish I never met that person, but you don't have to deal with that. Whether you're a guy or a girl watching this. Maybe like everyone has a chance to show what they got or prove themselves. And if they're slow, they get left behind, or if they're fast, they know what they want, they will get it. We have painting will bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. Painting will bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. Something about bringing it to you. In my drawing, it's that same way where it's like trying to get into the core or get into the heart. So it's like someone's going to get into your heart, but also the other. Even seeing the heart here resembles how organs are formed, or how we grow in the womb, or how we grow in general. Matters of the heart are changing. Or matters of the heart are growing. Lots of seeds. But he doesn't look impressed with those seeds. It's like, meh. There's many of you out there that act like that. There's so many people out for themselves. This is so funny to me. I'm seeing this in a comical way. Like, this almost feels like paternity, or may the best sperm, may the best man win. May the best woman win. Who knows? It's very interesting. Okay, Aquarius, that's the end of this art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. This is one of those weird readings where I'm not really sure where it's going, but I think there's definitely a meaning behind this. There it is again with like something is weak so it's left behind. Or something just couldn't make the cut. It's almost like a race. But pay attention to what I said, because there's also the underlying art and the overall stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Looks like something's trying to get to your heart space. Okay, guys. Bye.